Well, good morning. It's Friday, April 2nd, and doing a video from a different perspective today. This is inside the expansion, and really don't have nothing new to say. Feeling better after getting my second COVID shot on the 31st, so I advise everybody to get one. Or get two, actually, unless you're getting the Johnson & Johnson. Anyway, beyond that, going to show what's available. Nothing really new. It's the only specials I might be doing this weekend might be some fry packs. I got a lot of babies. I'm moving fish around. I'm going to show you later in the video. You'll see the new section. Well, not the new section. The remodeled old section, that's all under automatic water change system now. I have about 30 tanks that are just brand new setup with new filters. Water's been running for a couple days in there. It's on the system, and gonna be moving some fish in there probably later today. Have a couple people visiting today, so I hope that goes well. I told everybody to bring their masks. So anyway, IFGA is anticipating a show in Deep South in August sometime. So my availability might change as I'm going to have to start setting some fish aside for showing. So there's going to be a limited amount of half black AOCs, a limited amount of my blues, my half black blues, my purples I have a lot of, so I'm going to put a couple tanks aside of males, anticipating a couple shows maybe, but most of my fish will be available. You know, as everybody knows, I only sell juvenile breeders. I don't sell my show fish. They're too big to ship, and I don't like sending females in the small bags when they're too big. So anyway, I'm going to just do a brief recap of what I have, basically the same. But everybody wants to see fish, so I'm going to show some fish. Nobody wants to look at me. So I'll continue. Well, the expansion is totally done. Everything's functioning 100%. This whole section is on an overflow system. Well, pretty sure I've said this before. This is my aged water. It automatically fills as it takes water out. It brings tap water in. This is the section of 12 10-gallon tanks that are not on the system. I'm going to eventually just be for my breeders, as well as my 5.5s on the other side of the wall here that are my breeders. But this will be, all these juveniles will come out. Those are my sugar grains. Half black AOC whites. Okay, so here's the new section. I mean the remodeled section. These are all 10s with 120-gallon tank. These are all on the overflow system. This section has about 80% of the tanks have juveniles. I just put filters in this section, and they filled up on their own once the pump was hooked up the other day. Every cycle is about between 5 and 8 gallons, 3 times a day. That's how much water is replaced or displaced. And my breeding tanks are still the same, and my fry tanks. which I'm going to be setting up breeders right after Easter. Something different in the fish room. This is supposed to be bluegrass. Got these through Bruce Yates. It's hard to see in the video, but they have a very fine, intricate pattern of dotting. So once I get this line going, my objective is to cross these into my half-black AOC females. I may be selling fry packs of a dozen, 15 fry. So you can send me an email if you're interested. Send it to GUPPYMAN1, so that's guppyman1@comcast.net. And if you send me the email, identify yourself. Name, phone number possibly. It looks like there's going to be a couple of shows. Right now, the Deep South Club is planning a show for August. Just waiting for the official rules. You should be just about ready for show season. These came out of Moscow's, crossed to a bicolor that also came out of a Moscow, crossed into my half-black purple females 2 generations ago. So these are F3 now, or actually F2. And I'm getting ready to cross them back to my half-black purple leopard line again. Too old to sell. These are going to be holding on to these for August. See how they do in the show. But I have plenty of young half-black AOC leopards, half-black reds. My inventory changes as sales come in. Something new I'm working on. These came out of my half-black blues. Those 2 males came out in my half-black blues. They're darker than the half-black purple, but those females are from my half-black purple line. So I'm not fond of blacks, but maybe I could get this going to get a line of American blacks instead of these Asian hybrids that are going around. Haven't gotten a drop yet. Nice parallelogram dorsal. Well, I think I'm going to call it a night. Got my second COVID shot yesterday, and it had a little effect on me. My arm was sore for almost 24 hours now. It's getting better. And had a slight fever this morning, but I'm feeling good now. But I'm going to go watch some TV and go to bed. So, adios amigos. These are the full reds that are a little bit older. I won't be showing these, so they're available. Plenty of virgin females, some pre-hit females. Actually, I might throw a few more females in there, so they're pre-hit when they're sold. These I'm not selling. These are going to the show in August. If there's one class I don't want to ever lose, is my half-black AOCs. I've been winning this class for many years. My favorite of all strains. Alright, I got some people have been asking me about my Moscow grass bicolors or bicolor grass. Well, these are young, big bodies. These are thick fish. I don't know how well they're going to come out on the video. I'll try to keep the phone steady so you can see the patterns coming up. I basically eliminated the Moscow casting in this line, trying to get more color in the body. So by selectively breeding the males with least amount of that Moscow dark casting on the scales, and females that were more gray bodied than dark females. I've read that out, and now they're more of an AOC bicolor. I don't know if they'll ever be a multi. That's what I was going for. But they do have a nice, fine, intricate pattern. These are young though. Some more purples. No, this is the other line from the Moscows that I had in the other section that I showed. Some of these are showing some purple in the Kwartler, which I'm going to be using. I won't be selling those, but I will be selling their brothers. These are what I'm talking about, the dark casting in the body. So I took those Moscows. They were supposed to be a blue-green Moscow that I got from Rick Grigsby, and they turned out to be a bicolor. Never got a Moscow, a true blue-green Moscow. Always had a pattern. So I said, well, when you get lemons, you make lemonade. So I really like the patterns on these. There's really no place to show these fish in the IFGA anyway. This is something the pet shops would love, but I don't sell to pet stores. Never have, never will. I have years ago when I was a kid, but I don't sell to pet stores. Some more blues. Disregard the number. A lot more color in the body on this line of this generation of blues. A better defined caudal instead of the round corners. They're a better delta. Most good guppy breeders will take a strain, even if it's not the best quality, and will do their best to improve it, not just reproduce it. You notice the dorsals on these are a real parallelogram. Very important in the IFGA for showing purposes that have a good parallelogram. Another tank of my half black blues. This line, I've been trying to get them to produce lighter color blue. I just like them better. Nothing bad about dark half black blues. It's just that I like to see the separation of the half black body versus the blue tail. This was a struggle. When I first started with this line, I got disqualified year after year for not having half black bodies. Not enough of they weren't 60% black in the body. So I don't think I'm going to have that problem this year or next year. I'm really not, Deep South is saying they're going to have a show and they're going to post their rules. But even though I have my shots and everything, air travel with me is touch and go because I have underlying conditions, being a cancer survivor. So I like to participate. I like to help out with the judging and just like to see everybody, but it's questionable if I'm going to be there. Just not ready to commit. It's a nice tank of half black leopards. Younger tank of half black blues. I think these are going to all be of the lighter color, lighter blue. Another tank of young blues. Another tank of half black reds. I sold a lot out of this tank of the dark purples. I might be keeping these males behind. Alright, well that's it. I'm not getting down to the bottom tanks here. Getting a little, do not want to pause the video, and some more purples. No point in showing my breeders, but I will show you is, these are the half black yellows from Musso. No babies yet. And these are they used to be called pastels, but now they're called half black whites. I have the first drop with 2 babies. Second drop is dropping today. So I just hope these are 2 prolific lines. These are my Schubels greens. A lot of these tanks that I'm showing you now are going to be discontinued soon as breeders. These are my young blue breeders. I got a drop going on today. These are half black greens I got from Louis Tamarelli. In my water, they look blue. These are the blue-green grass, blue grass. Probably end up showing in a blue-green bicolor class. Definitely have to breed out that dark pigment in the body. Not a fan of that Asian trait. And these are some of my bicolors, my older blues. They do get this big. Another tank of cobras. These are breeders. Well, that's about it for the video. I'm gonna go relax a little bit. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. And put my email address at the end of the video. Everybody knows it by now. And my water pails are filling up. They just did a water change in the other section. That's about as low as my pails will go during a water change. The float device will fill up as the water is filling up my tanks from the pumps. The float valve will be adding water to about 2 to 1. So for every 2 gallons, let's say, the tanks are getting changed, 1 gallon is coming in, so it's not 100%. And as soon as I finish this video, I will add in a quarter cup, not a quarter cup, of a coffee measuring cup, 1/4 of prime, or about a capful of prime. And that's all I do once a day to treat my water. I have heaters in here, keeps this at about 78 degrees, submersible heaters. All right, I'll see you on the radio. Goodbye.